Question, do you think all women are thoughts?
No, I don't think all women...
What?
My bills stay paid, and you can't afford me. I don't give a fuck what you think.
That can't be true. Beacons. Here, as usual, OnlyFans. $12.99 a month. Nope, I can afford you. I'm not gonna, but I can afford you.
But seriously, how cheap-ass is that bag?
So, tell me about yourself.
Well, you promise you won't judge?
What? I ain't no little boy. Like, what am I gonna judge for?
Okay, well... You said you wouldn't judge!
Bitch, I was lying!
All those flamingo-legged chicks, you know? Influencers. We used to call them whores. Now they're like... Now they're leading the herd, evidently, right?
Which means we're all fucked.
Ugh, I hate cats.
OnlyFans.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Don't talk about my mama like that. Yeah, skip. Chat, can y'all defend me? This is crazy as She said, shut your... No, honestly?
No, where's your mom?
No, honestly, that, like, was good. I appreciate you for that. I needed that. I needed some humbling.
Girl, you probably do OnlyFans.
God damn it, I like the way you do business.
Obviously, I love how she roasted her here, but I genuinely think it's disturbing that how this young bit of a thing even knows who this woman is, right? Like, these OF girls are really not much different from grooms at this point. And of course, the classy online process went on to try and bully the young kid.
Wait, is that Camila?
Yeah, it is, girl. Hi. Hi, Pookie. Caught your ass on camera. I hope your mother sees this, you fat.
Shut up, whore.
Cinderella took off one shoe and found love. You've taken off all your clothes and can't even get a text back. Do better.
Oh my gosh.
What's your craziest college confession?
I'll tell you because you tell mine. Sending nudes to someone for Taco.
Huh?
Let me say it.
Just say it.
Sending nudes to somebody for Taco Bell.
Wait, that's hers or yours?
Where's your dad? Where's your mom? Where is your family?
You both did it together? Same person? Nah, that's crazy.
That was pretty classy.
Sounds like an OnlyFans starter pack.
Yeah. So, like, I see the, like, girls that come in here, and they're very beautiful.
Stop,
and, like,
stop.
Y'all.
Pause. If 2 feet are not on the ground, I don't want to hear it.
Oh, great take, John.
I don't want to hear it, dude. I don't want to hear it, dude.
Great take.
What are we doing? What men say they have, what men really got. Facts.
What women say they have?
But what they really got. Echo!
Do you want to buy content?
Do I want to buy content? What do you mean?
Like my pictures.
Are you fucking for real right now? Your father's not in your life, is he?
No.
I mean, what a bombshell. Who saw that coming?
All right, I'm not even gonna cook you. Like, I just want to actually help you out here for this fucking first.
Will you at least send me $40?
Okay.
Sweetheart, you know what a job application is? I was gonna fucking actually help her, and then you guys in the comments always talk shit. Oh, why do you just cook them? Be a good person, help them. First of all, motherfucker, I'm not their fucking dad, all right? And if I was, I would try to help them out like I was trying to do there, but they don't fucking listen. They want to learn the hard way when they're 40, 45 years old, they're single, kidless, 30 fucking cats, no career, no life, no house, no future. And then they look back and say, that kid one time on Omegle, that guy was a gene. He actually tried to help me out, and I didn't want to listen.
You're a good man.
Yeah, and her mentality is like spot on for OnlyFans girls, because no matter what they say, the reason they do it is to avoid real work, because it's fucking easy. Because it's basically one step up from give me money for free, which is literally what you just saw.
Oh, you want to have a roast battle? You want to have a roast battle?
It won't bring your dad back, but we can.
Bam! Don't even try it! Show some money like you mean it, my nigga.
So I've just came back from the strip club in Miami, but I wasn't throwing any dollar bills, because that's haram. I was just catching them while everyone else was throwing them. And here's what I got, baby. I'm rich. Thanks for all the hard work. Yay, I'm a $1 collector. It's raining there.
What do you say?
Do you want to go band for band?
Sweetheart, what's up? First of all, you're trying to come at me with money that you made from selling your.
Let her cook.
No, because you're talking bullshit. You're literally trying to make an excuse for being a whore and being loyal.
Besides, the math doesn't add up.
First of all, if you are a whore, nobody's gonna think that you're loyal. Nobody cares for your loyalty because you're on the internet showing everyone your body.
Can't argue with that.
I know. I do OnlyFans. I do all this stuff, right? I'm different than everyone else. Slept around a little bit, but treat you with loyalty, compassion.
That's cool. I'm not really into whoring myself out for money. That's just me.
What fucking whore is gonna treat a man with loyalty and compassion? That's the problem. Like that, you're saying two things that don't make sense.
Yeah, welcome to the life of a man. You know, dealing with women who are constantly contradicting themselves just to be right. And the whole conversation here was started with her saying, "Oh, you want to go band for band?" In other words, like, I make more money than you. Let's compare. Like, the whole mentality is, I make money, therefore it's okay. So what are we going to normalize next? We're going to normalize dealers because they can do it from home. We're going to normalize. How about this? I'm going to start a hand company from my house, and we're going to put it out on people using drones. So, you know, I'm doing it from home and I'm making money, so therefore it's okay, right?
And then a big red flag I always look at, if I go on your highlight things and I'm seeing like bare holidays, I just feel like that's you like just touring the world getting bare willies, bro.
That's not ridiculous. That's not ridiculous to say that.
I think maybe if it's Miami and like every highlight is like different trips to Miami, that's different. But what the ones of them in like Saint-Tropez?
I don't even know where that is, bro. Where's Saint-Tropez, bro?
The South of France.
There's a lot of rich people up in there, innit? A lot of rich people up in there. Is that why you was there? Was you selling nons?
No.
If I see like a girl going on bare holidays, I just feel like you're sampling bare willies. Like if you're like, it's like French willies, Lithuanian willies, Polish willies, Jamaican willies, Ghanaian willies, Turkish willies. A lot of willies, bruv. I just feel like the highlight is just showing me all the willies, bruv.
I don't care.
So let's stop pretending that your gripe with has anything to do with children being bullied. And just
It's one of my mini gripes.
It's not the cardinal gripe, but guys pretend it is because it makes it sound more morally virtuous. If they could pretend they're anti because it's in the best interest of the kids when it has nothing to do with that. So why is this the one time that suddenly guys on the right are pretending like they're anti-bully? What do you think most kids are bullying kids for? Because this is a new advent and there's no stat yet to show that people are gonna be bullied based off their parents being sex workers. So this is like a fantasy argument.
Are you fucking dumb?
Yeah, I agree with her here 100%. OnlyFans is a new advent. Like, there's no way, none of us grew up with an OnlyFans mother, so there's no way for us to know how it's going to affect young kids. Just because we're men, and we know how men think, we know how boys think, and we absolutely know how boys would insult each other, there's no way for us to know. There's no long-term studies at all. There's no way for us to know about this shit without scientific proof and data. And there isn't none. So let's pump the brakes on this conversation, fellas. Honestly, let's wait until the empirical evidence comes through, all right, fellas? Now, let's see what other genius points this brain has to make.
We act like it's so pathetic for guys to go on, but nobody was talking about the fact that even in like 2005, 20% of American men are buying from half of them are doing it consistently. There, you probably would be like, oh, those men are so pathetic. Maybe a little bit, but with the we see them as a lot more pathetic.
I wonder why. Gee, let me think.
Yeah, again, I think she's spot on here. I genuinely don't understand why it's considered less pathetic to go outside your house and talk with a real person, interact with a real person, have sex with a real person, than it is to lock yourself in a dark room, looking at more and more depraved and degenerate shit, paying for something that you could certainly get for free, talking with someone who is almost certainly a man paid to pretend he's someone else for you, all while you lay in a dark corner off with your favorite stuffed unicorn in your hands. Like, it's a mystery, guys. Let's be real here. They're essentially the same thing.
Whoops. You weren't meant to see that.
And I think it's because people have gender envy at the fact that these girls at the top bracket at least are raking home like 7 figures. I think it's just financial envy. I think we could pretend that we care about these men so much. We could pretend that we care about the future children. But why not just say, I don't think it's fair that women earn this much money off just their body.
Swing and swing and swing and miss and miss and miss and miss and keep missing. Yeah. Always missing. Always never hit the ball.
I think that's the core of the argument.
That's the core issue.
You don't think that's the core issue?
No, I think it's just...
Then why weren't men bringing on podcasts of strippers to be like, don't you think you're taking advantage of lonely men? Why is it now like you have...
strippers are taking on...
That's great, but I'm saying, wouldn't you agree there's a totally different zeitgeist now with Red Pill podcasts of them corralling girls to say you are taking advantage of disenfranchised lonely men? Why didn't we do that with strippers? And I think the main difference is that we don't see strippers as living a luxurious lifestyle, but we see girls becoming micro celebrities. They brag about...
What in heaven's name are you talking about?
Yeah, there's a reason she's talking to Jake Shields, a former MMA fighter, and not Andrew Wilson or Jordan Peterson for that matter. Like, just because you talk fast doesn't make you right. You know what I mean? Like, first of all, the conversation has always been, you know, is bad, get off. You're pathetic if you pay for OnlyFans. It has never been centered around how these women take advantage of young, lonely men. There's mention of that because the loneliness epidemic is part of the conversation, but let's manipulate this information to suit our narrative, right? And second of all, it's real simple why they don't have to invite strippers and prostitutes onto these podcasts, because they know their place in society. They don't need it explained to them. Like, they're not too stupid to understand that they've made poor decisions. But the real ironic thing here is that all the pushback that you're talking about, people like you created. You are the lowest element of OnlyFans, trying to normalize this bullshit and corrupt the next generation. And sure, maybe some of the guys who talk about how it affects the children don't care as much about the children as they let on, but that doesn't make the issue any less real. And the only reason it's even part of the conversation is because idiots like you need this shit spoon-fed to you. Because you would rather destroy the next generation than feel any kind of way about what you do. And the result of that is you have a next generation thinking, oh, well, there's nothing wrong with that. Oh, it's easy. Oh, I can make money from it? Well, seems like a valid decision for an occupation now. So, great, you know, you're corrupting the next generation for your own selfish purposes. Congratulations, you're no better than a groomer now.
I love how OnlyFans started because they wanted to give women the right to sell porn independently without getting picked out by a company or a man. But then they basically just ended up making their creators anyways, because all these girls who are encouraging teenagers to start OnlyFans as soon as they turn 18, all of these girls are getting cash bonuses from OnlyFans. You're worse than a pimp at this point. Most pimps don't even touch anything under 18. But no, you guys are right there creeping around the corner like Bonnie Blue, waiting for these individuals to turn midnight so you can get your little profit off of them. You're a predator. You're a sexual exploiter. And I can't wait till half of the shit that y'all are doing becomes illegal, such as filming OnlyFans content in public. Fucking weirdos.
Don't objectify us. Oh, we hate getting catcalled at construction sites.
Using an elementary school classroom setting to advertise your OF has to be illegal, straight to jail. What is wrong with our society? Bro, are you two-strapping the backpack? That's unacceptable. You gotta one-strap it. Never two-strap the backpack, guys. Ah, see, this guy gets it. Wait, hold up. Something ain't right.
This world's fucking so fucked up.
And I'm getting fucking tired. The reason my eyes are bursting. If I love die, would that be the worst thing? For somebody I thought was my savior, sure make me do a whole lot of labor. The color skin on my...
Yes! That's awesome!
They don't actually exist, do they? In real life.
Found out 1.4 million women in America do OnlyFans. 1.2 million is between 18 and 24. What percent of women, how many women in America are between 18 to 24? I find out roughly 10 million women. So just on OnlyFans alone, 10% of women in that age group are on OnlyFans. So There's only 10 million women between 18 to 25. Then I decided to think more about the consumers. Who is consuming OnlyFans? And I found out that 82 million American men subscribe to OnlyFans. Now, to think about how big that number is, how many people are in America? 165 million men are in the United States. And they're telling me that 82 million out of 162 million are subscribed to OnlyFans. Of the 82 million men subscribed to OnlyFans, 90% are married. 87% of OnlyFans users are male, and 68% of OnlyFans users are white. So the average OnlyFans customer is a white married man.
So what do we learn here? Well, for one, Pearl sucks at math. First of all, 1.2 of 10, that's 12%, not 10%. It's significantly larger. Second of all, yes, I did find the same number, 82 million men in the United States subscribe to OnlyFans. And she said 90% of them are married, but there's only roughly 68 million married men in the United States, and 90% of 82 is like 74, so the math ain't mathin'. That being said, the point still stands. We are part of the problem. We're a major part of the problem. As long as men keep paying for this shit, it's never gonna go away, right? And look, that's the thing. I can come to terms with the fact that this shit exists. This type of work has always existed. And, you know, as bad as it is for society, I can accept that. But the thing about OnlyFans that's different is you have these idiots out there who make a quick buck from the comfort of their own home, and all of a sudden they think their decisions aren't morally bankrupt. Their decisions aren't negatively affecting society. That all of a sudden they didn't sell their fucking dignity. But that's not the fucking way it works. And as long as there's dummies out there trying to normalize this shit, I'm going to keep making videos like this. I don't care how harsh they are. Remember, fellas, we are part of the problem. Every time you go to an adult site, every time you watch an adult video, you are contributing to the problem. And be careful, because that rabbit hole goes fucking deep.
I'm sorry. I'm embarrassed. I'm sorry.
Can you fuck it? Excuse me? Can you fuck it? No. Oh, Rudy, come on. That may be accurate. However, if you...
Oh, that is so gnarly.
Pulling a good day's work.
Guys, what the fuck are we doing?
Tell me how beautiful that sock is.
It's the most perfect sock. It's so beautiful, goddess. I'm so jealous of that sock. It's felt the skin of your feet, goddess.
It has. I wore that sock a while. I took a walk in that sock.
Oh, God, it smells so good.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What are you doing?
God, yes. Yes.
I ate the whole roll in like under 1 minute.
I wish you did it on my...
And the chopsticks?
Oh, my God.
Do you know what that is?
It's your hair clip.
What do you think I use it for?
For your hair.
Dude, you paying money to nut to a freaking... What? This is what we're doing?
Your beautiful, perfect hair.
Yeah, you're right.
That's amazing.
Look, I am not trying to kink shame here, but let me tell you something. If you reach the point where you are paying money to jerk off to images of somebody's hair clip, you have crossed a line somewhere. Like if you're at the point where you're jerking off to a hair clip, you are missing a whole lot of life, my friend. What you are experiencing is not real. She doesn't care about you. The person you're talking to in her DMs probably isn't even her. Like, I am sure you would surprise yourself at how much you could accomplish if you just practiced a little bit of sexual discipline and started working your way back out of that rabbit hole.
Tea. I bet you thought I was drinking tea, but, this glass is empty. You see that? There was no tea in there. And this isn't my hand. These are my hands. That's not real at all. You see, you're being lied to. You're being lied to. I bet you thought this was me, but no, this is just a reflection. This was all taking place on a mirror. It was all a mirror. It was all a lie. And I bet you thought I was wearing pants. I'm not wearing pants. And this isn't even my voice. I dubbed this over in post-production. And you're being lied to. This is all taking place on a screen, and you are being lied to. You're being lied to.
This is day one without beating my meat. This is day two without beating my meat. This is day one without beating my meat.
Okay.
This is day one without beating my meat. This is day one without beating my meat. This is the same day about 20 minutes later without
that close. It was almost perfect.
Mental strength or physical strength?
Physical strength. Mental strength is downstream from it.
I think mental first. I think mental strength is the #1 issue in the world right now. I think we need to make our young people mentally stronger. They're all gym bunnies.
I don't disagree.
They're all gym bunnies. They're all piling the weights on, but they don't have it up here.
I think that most people are neither. I think that most people have atrophied physically and mentally. Trying to think your way out of overthinking is like trying to sniff your way out of a cocaine addiction. And I think that the easiest change that you can do, you can't really change the mind with the mind. You have to change it with the body first. So going for a walk will do way more for your mood than sitting and thinking about and vacillating about whatever's dealing with you. If I had the choice between a good night's sleep or a hard training session, I would go to the gym because the difference in my mood before and after the gym is way more than before and after a night's sleep. So I don't disagree. The two work simpatico together, but for me, if you do not have a physical practice of some kind and you're struggling with mental health, you need to look at the physical side before you look at the mental side. That is the foundation. That's the raw materials of what your mentality is going to grow out of.
Consider this your daily reminder to get your fat ass up and go to the gym. But whatever you do, fellas, let's get off the phone. Practice a little sexual discipline. Just get out there and do real shit with real people, man. There's a great big fucking world waiting out there for you. But the best parts of it are out way beyond your comfort zone. So you got to commit to doing shit that you're not used to. Maybe failing, taking risks. You know what I mean? So maybe you start by eating a little healthier and getting a little more exercise and being consistent with that. The amount of energy and confidence that alone can bring back into your life, you have no idea. Let's start with that and see where it takes us, eh? Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe before you go, and I'll see you in the next one.
You know, I may not be able to compete with any of you guys on push-ups, sit-ups, or chin-ups, but by God, I'll go toe-to-toe with anybody on fuck-ups.
Woo! Holy fuck! Oh, holy Jesus!
I gotta be light on my feet like a dancer. Like a fucking ninja, dude.
Nailed it.
Dad, are you going to the gym?
Yeah, Daddy's going to the gym.
Well, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you for being proud. I'm proud of you too.
Then one day, just like that, we shut our eyes for the last time. And that would be it. Game over. And there's a pretty good chance that there's nothing after that. No do-overs, no second chances. Just nothing. You cease to be. Now imagine you knew that was coming and you had a couple minutes before you closed your eyes. Do you think you'd look back happy, knowing that you spent years doing a job you hate, or that you stayed in an environment that wasn't right for you, or that you didn't travel to that country you always wanted to visit, because saving a few $100s was the sensible thing to do? Do you think you'd be proud that you held a grudge for so long, and now you can't make it right? Or proud that you were always too busy to answer the phone to your parents? Or that you never told the person how you truly feel? And do you think you'd look back happy knowing that you never truly chased your dreams because you were too scared? We have one shot in this life, and yet we're still scared to truly live. But the odds of you being born are 1 in 400 trillion. But the odds of death? Certain. Yet we treat life like the certainty. Tomorrow always comes, right? Wrong.